The acrylic tofu. If you are watching this on YouTube, this is probably where the stream will start. Probably. Oh man, I'm kind of sad I got rid of all my other acrylic cases because it would have been nice to compare them.
I love you.
Black feet? Are you kidding me? Were these included? Alex, hey. With the gift sub to Max on Deck. Max on Deck is also here. Can someone... The link... Oh, it is not just Helios. The thing is that with the Helios, it's the worst I've found. Helios, people report that they've had more problems with Helios than Telios. And I just wouldn't just. The thing is, you can go ahead and buy them. I just don't recommend them. I really don't. Right now, I don't. I know that Zeal is aware of the issue, but I don't know if there's been a fix yet. I don't know. Okay, so acrylic tofu, yeah. So, Alex, do you want these black feet? Because I have clear ones. Okay, so do you want me to swap them out? Why would they include... So what the hell? Okay, now where did I put my collection of feet? Rubber feet. No. Oh, the collection is actually on my external hard drive. Oh Lord, the adhesive. Oh man, this is not good. This brings back bad memories. Adhesive residue on acrylic. Clavier, this is from Alex. This is his. And I really wish this had been out before I bought my acrylic 5 degrees, but then again, I've sold those now. I've owned three acrylic cases. This is actually my favorite one for sure. The design, it works very well with acrylic. I don't have one. Yeah, I think you can still. Can you still buy them, KVD fans? I think you can. I will say, I think the frosting isn't as intense as the acrylic 5 degree, but then again, that's way thicker on the bezels, so maybe that's why that one seems more frosted. Okay, so we're gonna swap the feet out. I'm sorry guys, I really have to do this because I'm I'm just so intrigued that they would include black feet with these, because I know for a fact that they have clear feet. You say fail, do you mean the switches don't work or they don't pass consistency tests? It's consistency, not. I mean, if it doesn't work at all, then of course it's gonna be included in the reject rate too. But yes, but when I say reject rate, I mean just as in they just don't. They don't even feel right or they don't sound right. And this is after lubing, not before. So what I do is I test as I lube the switches. So that's round 1 of testing. And then round 2 is after I've lubed all the switches, I give it another quick test before I build. And then after I build them, that's round 3 of testing. You know, we build them, we put keycaps on them, and then if there's still a problem, then I have to sort them out. The acrylic wing killer tofu, I don't know actually. I know they had acrylic bottoms for it. I don't know if they have full acrylic. Did I have to cut these? Is this flat? Yes. Okay. See, look at this. Much better now. Look at that. Now you don't even know that there's feet. Easy. So easy. Okay. So another cool thing is they have standoffs inside the acrylic case now. I know older acrylic cases all didn't have these actual metal standoffs on the inside. These screw points, you know, the previous acrylic cases, pretty much all of them just had just acrylic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So the problem was that they would get stripped. So this should be way more durable. The nice thing about acrylic cases is you could easily sand or Dremel these 2 standoffs off. Although you'd have to remove the metal standoffs first though. Threaded brass inserts, yes. So you probably have to remove these before you can. I don't know how easy they are to remove. But that's nice to see. Man, I actually really want one now. This would be nice to use instead of this aluminum. The thing about this, having this chocolate or brown tofu here, is I'm so afraid of scratching it or damaging it, because this thing is, you know, pretty flawless in terms of anodizing. So I'm very worried that I will accidentally fucking destroy it. Yeah, and I'd much rather have an acrylic, lightweight acrylic board here, something made of metal. Yeah, I don't understand people who only buy super heavy boards. It's like, why not just have some variety? You know, are you never gonna use them in any other use case? Not brown tofu. Yours is like a off gray. It's not even gray. For Chokan. Okay, and so we're gonna let's put a DD60 in here. just to see the RGB. Should I put my 060 in here? I don't think it'll look nice. I have a ton of these, so just slap any of these in. So this one will have a black PCB. I wonder how it'll look with the black PCB actually. I guess since the plate is also black or carbon fiber or whatever, it should look pretty good. Okay, so screws. Just build the board. Forehead. Oh, speaking of building boards, Clavier, are you still here? So they tried to drop off the parts for the keyblade today actually. I didn't know. I heard a knock on my door. I didn't immediately go out to check on it, and it turns out it was USPS. So yeah, so today it's been twice already. I've had unexpected knocks on the door. Yeah, because the tracking has not updated at all since it left Singapore. So I just didn't know that thing was supposed to arrive. Now I have to go to the post office to pick it up. It's kind of annoying because I was in the area of the post office, but I was there today, and so they need 24 hours for it to be turned back to the post office, so I have to go back there again. So that's kind of annoying. Been 9 months. Has it been 9 months? Has it really been that long? Yeah, so the parts are finally here, but yes, but I have to go to the post office to pick them up, which is kind of just a little bit annoying. Actually, not a little bit. It's quite annoying. But it's okay. The burger place is kind of on the way there, so maybe I'll go get a burger, or maybe I'll get something else this time. Okay, RGB. Look at that. Quite nice. But yeah, it's not as frosted as the Acrylic 5 degree. It really isn't. And there are some scratches. I don't know if you can see it. This isn't. Not scratches on the case itself, but the frosting is kind of scratched off. Yeah, you can see this line that's a bit shiny or transparent or more translucent. So from the side, because the walls are thinner, you don't see the reflected RGB as much on the sides here, but when you set it down on a desk, the bezels are lit, and I mean lit as in past tense of light, not OMG so totally lit, bro, because the RGB is reflected off of the surface it's on. Does it do look nicer? Yeah, it's just completely transparent. Look at that. You just don't even notice them. So the thing is, I wonder if it'll look the same with a black PCB. That's what I'm curious about. But this is a white PCB, so it should, in theory, reflect light better than the other one. So let's turn some of these lights off. turn these two box lights off. Man, this thing is brighter than my future. Yeah, it actually looks nice. It really does. And yeah, so if you put it on a desk, you really don't notice the difference in the. See how this part is just blacked out compared to the rest. I guess maybe a cool effect, or maybe you don't like it. I don't know how I feel about it. I think that I'd rather it just be a complete solid RGB block, but I get why it doesn't happen. But when you set it down on the desk, again, the top part, the light travels through pretty nice. From the side, you can see where the PCB plate are. It's just kind of darkened out. Let's see, look at that. But again, from where you're sitting, it looks amazing. It really does. So let's. Why do I not do this more often? It's like a POV keyboard porn stream. See, really from the top, it looks fucking amazing. Yeah, this angle is also, this is kind of, you know, your usual angle. See, it looks just solid RGB. I'm gonna go poop and now the build is done. Gotta poop faster, dude. Eat more fiber. It looks hot from the front but has no ass. Man, isn't that the saddest thing? I wonder if what's worse, that or, you know, someone has an ass but then is a butterface. Can't wait to be a real gamer. Yeah, the side, yes. It's kind of sad. Again, I think the problem is that the wall is too thin, I think. This part. It's too thin and it's not frosted enough. Now if they could make the PCB clear, that could be cool. So we could try to put the Z60 in here. Now I think that the Z60 won't look as good. So that one will have, you know, RGB on the top. Use this angle. It's the current most popular over the shoulder angle. Wait, let me turn the lights back on. Oh, not yet actually. Let me go ahead and unscrew this thing. I'm gonna try to put this build in here. Does the Tofu 65 use the Tada 68 PCB? It should use a similar PCB setup. I don't think it uses the exact same PCB. I believe there is a a kind of. Does it just use a Tala 68 PCB? Okay. Because I thought that it would be different now from the original Tala 68 PCB. The one with the so does yours have the north facing switches? Because that's what the Tala 68 had. So Robin, Ustream, welcome. Fate as well. Picking up makes you feel like a 3D movie. Polycarbonate salamander should be here soon. I hope so. That's gonna be another fun one. And I heard that these Xenos are shipping to Zeal currently, so kind of hype. Deagle, hello, long time no see, friend. Okay, so let's take this build out and let's swap it. Let's set this aside, dude. I have so many of these fucking DZ60 builds. It's actually dumb. So I've already desoldered some. Someone else's. Yeah. Oh, whoops! I just realized the light isn't on. My bad. Whoa! Let's not drop it. Yeah, and these aren't the only ones. Hold on. Another one. Is this plate different from this one? So you have 3 types of carbon fiber plates now. This, I have this. See, these two are different. And then I have this. Yeah, I need to desolder these. Maybe that's what I should do this week. Because these are all a waste right now. I have so many of these. It's kind of dumb. Kind of. Whoops. Why do I have an alarm at 9:55 p.m.? One second. How's that? I'm so confused. Why did I have an alarm at 9:55 p.m.? And it's not like, oh, maybe you set the wrong AM PM. I used a 24-hour clock, so I don't think that was it. And north facing and south facing for sure. I don't usually align with the south, but for this matter, yes. Actually, in this hobby in general. Because the switches generally south facing LEDs. And same thing with the, oh man, I have to remove so many of these. I should just take all these caps off automatic because they sound so bad. What was I gonna say? The What was I gonna say? The stabilizers as well, especially for the spacebar. Should be south facing too. That is the ideal. Take this, unplug this board. Casually flexing the most spare 60%. I mean, I don't know if it's called a flex. It just shows terrible decision making. It's not like they're worth anything. Yeah, I'm not a fan of wrist rests for that exact reason. They do promote bad typing. Just like flip space bars. Flip space bars and wrist rests are two prime examples of how this hobby isn't actually for hardcore typists. H Rage, hello. Says, would you recommend a KBD 5-degree case? I wouldn't recommend it over the Tofu. I'd say that if you don't mind the price difference, get the Tofu. Only get the 5-degree case if you like that aesthetic specifically. Otherwise, not really. I would actually recommend the acrylic one over the aluminum one for the 5-degree. Flip space bars are good for vertical PC gaming. Sure. Vertical PC gaming. I mean, I game diagonally. I don't know what you're talking about. You want to buy this and GNK minimal set for it now? Dude, I'm telling you, man, this is pretty nice. But yeah, so the unfortunate thing is, again, it's not as frosted. I believe I mean, it's still kind of frosted, but yeah, not. Sides especially just don't look as. See, like, just compare this. See, you can see, okay. Totally not scientific way of doing it, but just compare this with this. See how it's clearer? Maybe I should use something else. Okay, there's a date on here. Should be better. Okay, see, so you could read the things here fairly well. Actually, maybe this is not that good of an example. But I swear in person, this is cloudier in the front. I don't know whether it's showing that well on camera compared to the sides. I'm not even gonna screw this thing in because I just wanted to see the lights. PCB mount though. Plateless, so good. So good. Okay. So what about this? I have to turn the RGB on, right? I don't even remember how to do it, but I do know that I could turn on caps lock like so. Is this LED malfunctioning? Why is this key a different color? What the hell? Wow, I just noticed, I think my 060 is busted. I don't know if you notice, this key here lights up in a different color. See that? Everything else is orange, but this one lights up kind of a weird whitish color. I don't think that's intentional. And if I do, and this turns everything red, but then this one key is orange. Yeah, I did not notice that. But so let's the lights. You'll see that this. Some people think that the Z60 works better in here, but I can tell you the answer is no. You want underglow instead of per key. Whoa. So that's not even the only key that's busted. Damn. Like I don't even use the RGB on this thing. That's the crazy part. I guess it's kind of use it or lose it, I guess. See how now this section also doesn't light up? Like what the hell? Look at this. The top right corner also doesn't light up. And I'm pretty sure I jumped the pads. So, don't know. I just noticed this. Literally just noticed this. Yeah, see this key isn't lighting up, this key isn't lighting up. This key's lighting up in the wrong color. Max DOS, yes. That's why I mentioned that the thin sidewalls are a big reason why the frosting doesn't look as good. Yeah, see, so with an RGB LED PCB, it doesn't look that great, honestly. Maybe some people like this more. Of course, a combo would be best, right? If you could have per key RGB and underglow in the PCB, then this would light up pretty nice. Just light everywhere. Right, but this is kind of lame because you can see that. Sure, the lights are nice between the keys, but outside everything, nothing really compared to. Yeah, man, this PCB is fucked. Compared to Doesn't Ducky have some RGB 60% PCBs, others too? I'm thinking of picking up Ducky. I mean, the thing is, RGB is kind of all it's got going for it. It's not gonna feel or sound as nice as nearly all of these boards. Yeah, see, this looks so much better than having per key RGB on. So this is just underglow. DOS keyboard is good, but 60%. Give me back my space. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for a simple keyboard, could definitely consider the Ducky. I wouldn't be able to tell you. How it compares though, because I do not buy any pre-built boards now. It's been a while since I last bought one. Oh right. I was gonna take this one out too. So you know what? Let's try the. So, whoa, this thing is stupid heavy. Ridiculously heavy. Here's what I'm gonna try to do. We are going to take this build out since we're gonna have to replace the backspace anyway. This build out. This is what it sounds like with the Fiel. Let's take this thing out and put it into this frosted acrylic tofu case. Those LEDs are the worst thing ever. The super tiny ones, Chokan, the ones that are on the 060, or the ones you typically find on PCBs as underglow RGBs. Isn't it all the screws? Okay, wait. Oh, there's one last one here. Oops. Okay. Let's set this thing aside, don't want to damage this. Lev Snow, thank you for the follow. Leviathan HS. Ziggy Smalls, thank you for the follows as well. Ones that usually underglow, yeah, I don't like those LEDs as well. It's why Wilbur. One of the big reasons why he doesn't like underglow, I believe. He thinks that those LEDs are garbage. Zeal too, I think, doesn't like those RGBs. Okay, so now I need to replace the backspace key. So let me see if it's just the key itself or the stabilizers. If it is the switch. what? Because I just tug tighter on this thing. It's desoldered already. So let's try this switch. It should be better. Let's find out. Oh man, this plate is so stupid tight. Solder this and we'll test it. Basically the custom keyboard. Nothing too crazy. Frank Onical, welcome to the stream. It depends. If you just want a 60% are pretty much the cheapest that you can build. It's easiest to find parts for as well. I need to come up with kind of more basic lists. So it really depends on what size or layout you want first. But if you got nothing too crazy, it would be a 60%. Let's say you get a Tofu, that's $88. Tofu case $88 if you want a metal case, so $88, or with this acrylic case also $88. 88. DZ60 is about, I want to say, $35 if you get the Type C version. I think that they are still selling the mini USB, which is $30 instead. So let's assume you get the Type C. 35, 88. Let's do 90 instead of 88. So actually let's do 88 because stabilizers will be it should be around 10 to 12 bucks. Let's say 12. Let's say you buy genuine cherry stabilizers, 12 bucks from KB Fans. So it includes the shipping cost. 88 plus 12, that's 100, right? 135. You need a plate. Get this Carbon fiber one. This is just actually this just fits really well. I don't think it's easy to build with, but cheap plates can go from $10 to $80. It really depends. The $10 ones, are they worth? I'd say no. But these are around 20. We could try to look. Yeah, let's assume plate 25. So we're at 160. So 160 before keycap. So yeah, that depends. You could get a cheap plastic case. If you get a cheap plastic case, which is like $15 instead of 88. But then instead of 160, it would be around. It would be 160 minus 75 or so. $85? Yeah, that's a cheap plastic case. Poco 3 and Pro 2 and Ducky 1 2, but I want to make a buy one custom. I don't know what to do. What to look for someone new. Yeah, like I said, I think that if you get something like this, it would just be a nice change of pace. Yeah, and then switches. The thing is, you need to think about switches. I've got to include switches. But switches, the thing is, it could be as cheap as 25 cents, or it could be, $1 a switch. It really depends. But yeah, good place to start. KBD Fans, just a great place. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but it's just a nice spot to shop at, or at least to look at options, because they have all that you need pretty much on one website. So good starting point. so let's put this in this case. And as you can see, I clearly have a lot of these, also because it's cheap. Oh, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I really appreciate it. See, so you can see these are cheap because I have so many of these builds. Look at that. So these are all using the same PCB, D60s. So goddamn many of them. And I have another board of this PCB too. Oh, this is someone else's. See, it's just so fucking many of these. You need someone to build a simple 60% and let me know though. Maybe I will sell you one of these PCBs for cheap because I have to. I'm gonna desolder all of these. So I need to get rid of some of them. I need to stop holding on to so many keyboard parts and stuff that I don't use. TX75 plus GMK Hyperfuse Origins, fucking sweet man. The sub, thanks for the info. Appreciate it. If not, a lot of people help. The thing is, yeah, I think the one problem with this hobby in general is that people think that everyone should start off with a $400 or $500 keyboard. I don't think so. I really don't. Some people think that, oh, if I want to buy something, I go into a hobby and I just buy something that I'll buy it for life. Or I don't agree with that as well. I think the thing about cheap or simple boards is it helps you narrow down what you want. And I've built some expensive boards. Boards that are, I think the most expensive one I built was the OTD 360 Corsa, which I built 2 of. Those things used to go for 2.5 thousand. Now are they now three grand now? Are they finally 3 grand now? I don't even know. That's before switches and labor and all that. Yeah, and even after building those, they're nice. I still stick around with my cheaper boards because they're just more fun. And for what I need them for, perfectly fine for me. Do I think there is a difference? Yes. Do I think it's like some of those boards are worth that difference? No. Okay, so let's try this build out. If I scratch my tofu, I will be sad. It's okay. Let me scratch your tofu for you then. I'll just scratch the whole thing up. Then you won't have to be sad. Been saying you're gonna desolder this since you're in your old apartment. Yeah, I just kind of forget. The thing is, I when I was in my old apartment, I forgot a lot of stuff that I have because after moving, because I put them in boxes, and then when I moved, I just never opened those boxes up. Like, I just forgot that I had a lot of the stuff I had. I really just forgot. Yeah, that TX75 with GMK Hyperfuse Origins in the loading screen, that thing is nice. The sad part was the switches weren't that great. It was lubed by someone here in Dallas that I know. Yeah, he did not do a good job lubing those switches, unfortunately. Does look nice though. Preferred method of contact. Would like to buy a cheapo D60. The thing is, I'm not selling them just. I don't think I'm gonna sell them just on their own. If I sell them, I'll either sell them with plates, or I would, would have to sell assembly with them. Yeah, because it's not worth it for me to desolder the whole thing just to sell them, because after labor and shipping and everything, I'm basically just giving them out for free. So it's kind of pointless. I'd rather save those PCBs to build for friends and family, if rather than just selling them alone. It's kind of pointless. So if I sell the PCBs for like $20, shipping would take like maybe if I ship them first class, it would be $4 or $5. PayPal fees. Yeah, and then desoldering. It can be anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, depending on the switches and plate. It won't be 10 minutes, 15 to an hour. So yeah, so exactly. Yeah, I would bundle them with a build, but I would not just sell them on their own, because it's just not worth my time at all. I'd rather just keep them there unused. Man, this actually sounds pretty fun. Oh, there's a Type-C. God damn it. What's the verdict on the Holy Pandas and matchup? I don't know. People are reporting that they are overlubed, but I don't know. I didn't get any from, because these are not from Mass Drop. These Holy Pandas in here. I like spending money on hobbies, but I can't justify spending $1,800 on keyboards, and I won't name the two builders I got quotes from. The thing is, yeah. So, I think that experimentation is kind of the name of the game, especially with stuff like audio and with keyboards. Yeah, even audio might not be as experimental as this one. So I'm all about finding a good value. At the same time, yeah, because the thing is, I don't like buying boards that you're paying just for hype, that don't actually sound that good or feel that good, or even the quality control is not that good, like the finish, fit and finish. Yeah, because I know too many boards like that, unfortunately. Alright, so this is the exact same build, the Holy Panda switches, brass plate, palm keycaps, but this time, instead of in a Fiel, it is in an acrylic Tofu. So almost opposite ends of the spectrum, right? Fiel is, I don't know about right now, but I know at the time it was the heaviest 60% aluminum case you could get, or 60% case that you could buy. The heaviest. And this is a featherweight. This thing is super light, perfect for just carrying around. This spacebar sounds sweet, man. This is why I like plastic plates or plastic cases. Man, with tactiles and linears. Oh man. Oh man. Man, there's something funky going in the spacebar. Do you hear that? Oops, what have I done? I think it's the spring. I want to say it's a spring. Yeah, do you hear that? That sounds really bad. Hold on. I wonder what that is. Wait, is that just me tapping on it? Is that just want to stabilize it? You can hear on this side. So I'm just lightly tapping on it, just on this side. You hear that? I wonder what the hell that is. The thing is, with Tremont boards, Tremont 60%, you can kind of almost always expect the right side of the spacebar to sound different from the left side because of the asymmetrical mounting. Holy shit. Oh, the spacebar is way too tight. See how there's a screw point here? What are these called? Silverfish or whatever? Oops. Yeah, the thing is, this build will most likely get redone anyway. I'm not gonna be too worried about making it perfect right now. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna send this to Eamesburg to use it for now because he's getting a replacement brass plate in, and he's also getting a palm plate. So he's gonna try this just for now, but I'm pretty sure he won't stick with this anyway. He'll swap to either the replacement brass plate, because Laser Boost is sending in a replacement. A lot of weird fucking sounds in this apartment. Is it Legends on keycaps look uncomfortable to type on? I would say I don't prefer them, that's for sure. The thing I'm not worried about is comfort with engraved legends. The thing is maintenance. Just keeping them clean, because yeah, they will trap just grime and shit from your fingers. Keep the 8X caught me off guard too, expecting it to be like a stock item like the other boards. I know, right? It keeps running out. That's the annoying part. Really about this hobby is that selling stuff afterwards isn't that bad. I sold most of my old keyboards for a bit of a loss, 10 and 20%. Keycap says I always make back at least what I paid, generally. Keycaps, the thing is you want to buy, that's why you want to buy the nicer sets. Also, let's see. Did I miss any new follows? Hold on, let me check. So I know Frank gave a sub, which I really appreciate. No, okay. YMDK. Oh yeah. I think so, they share some of the manufacturing, some, because they have a KB. They have something that looks like KB75, almost exactly like KB75. The older one. Is that sound gone? I think so. So all I did was remove the tape mod, because remember we had to put the tape mod because the Holy Panda switches, the stem is taller, so it doesn't line up with the stabilizer stems properly unless you clip them. Unless you clip the Halo stem in the Holy Pandas. Yeah, so you have to put tape mod, and I think that maybe it was the tape that wasn't secured or something, because right now you don't hear that thing I was describing anymore. See, the problem is gone, I think. You know what? Maybe I'm just dreaming. Man, yeah, this, I actually like the way this sounds with the acrylic plate. Acrylic case. I actually quite like it. I actually do. Let's turn on the RGB for this. Believe it is. Function of, nope. I don't even know. Oops, I just did something. Wait, did I accidentally restart this? No. Oh, right. See, it doesn't have an FN2 key. Never mind. Can't turn on RGB. Okay, let's see. Pass on the 8X Mark II because KBD fans' history of first releases being... Yeah, so usually the round ones are not that great. You want to just wait on round 2 if you don't want to take a gamble. Thing is, it's not even a gamble at this point, right? Like almost every recent release, round 1 has some issues that round 2 will fix. DMX Tricks, hey, how's it going? Honestly, want to get an MK2 and get a vinyl TGR logo made to slap on it. Dude, you should. Man, are they finally gonna ship that thing? So I know Xeno's coming in. See, the thing is, the summer was supposed to be packed because the 8X Mark II and the Xeno were supposed to arrive June, July, August. In this period, they were both supposed to arrive at the time. And I'm supposed to build at least a couple of Xenos. And then 3 or 4 KB 8Xs. So those are all supposed to happen. And I was supposed to also build... was it 15? 15 boards for Originative for Type Machina. So all those were supposed to line up. The 15 boards for Originative Type Machina was supposed to happen late May. It is now late July. And I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So I only have PCBs for 5 of those builds. I'm still expecting plates, switches, and all those things. Yeah, so that's not good because the plan was to do that, and so that's why I didn't make a new listing on MacMarket or anything like that for my build services because that was what I was expecting. So I didn't want to get swamped. Supposed to build that. The Xeno I kind of knew it was kind of getting delayed already, but I thought that would be the main thing. But fortunately, I should learn to just expect that whenever there is a timeline in this hobby, you should just add 2-3 months to it.
Oh, yeah.
Tally with the 111 bits, thank you so much. Rise Heatwave, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Sounds really great to me. Yeah, I like polycarbonate acrylic, man, as a material. It's great. Either as the case or the bottom or the plate. Okay, so I'm starting to get pretty tired because the past few days, my sleep schedule's been pretty fucked. So every day I sleep at a different time. But the past 2-3 days, I've been sleeping at between 8 to 10 p.m. Kind of a normal time, right? Kind of. But then I've been waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5, 6 a.m. Just kind of been all over the place. Just been waking up super early. And yeah, so let's not stream for too much longer. So this Friday, it should be this acrylic build. We're gonna build it with these crazy clicky switches, with this carbon fiber plate, and then we'll have the keyblade figured out soon. I still have to pick up the parts from the post office. So maybe that'll be next week. Oh, I'm fucking yawning already. Oh man. Alright, so let's look for somebody to raid. You probably run the credits. So if you have any other questions, let me know. Don't forget to join Discord if you haven't already. Can you hear those switches? Are you talking about the crazy clicky switches? Here, right before we go, let's grab a few out. In us straight Aristotle Sims and I'm back with full build. I don't know, man. I was not impressed with stock Aristotles. And what was the other thing they had? There was some mod that the jailhouse mod or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, they definitely sound better than Cherry MX blues and greens. So that's nice. See you, Harry brother. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good week too. All right, so let's go ahead and do the raid. We should run the credits first, and then we'll do the raid. Yes. The thing is, he's using these in an acrylic plate and acrylic case and this plate. I don't know, man. Like I did that exact same mistake. That's why I had the bobsled build. So hopefully this actually turns out better. I know for me, the thing is, maybe it's not called a mistake, right? Some people might prefer that. I did not. When I do clicky, I want to draw that clicky. It needs to be as high pitched and as annoying as possible. So I like it with a steel plate and an aluminum case. You just want it to be just incredibly high pitched. But the thing is, though, this is still my most recommended play from KB fans anyway. But yeah, but maybe it'll sound good still. Okay, so I meant to roll the credits. Where's my cursor? Let's roll the credits. So first of all, Clavier, thank you for the raid. Please don't forget to check him out. He recently started streaming a bit. Okay, so cheers, Talisman Solutions, thank you. The new follows, Frank Onicle or Franconicle, thank you for the sub too. Leviathan HS, Lev Snow, Ziggy Smalls, Wadule, Serenaded Abyss, Scan 37, Ire, it's Skuromu, and Corgi Keyboard. Thank you. And the resubs, Striker, Trinity Gamer, Russ, ADB7 Max on deck, Franconicle, thank you. Give subs from Talisman Solutions. Okay, so let's do the raid. We are raiding Mr. Rogers. That's where we're gonna go. Also, I got a new mouse pad. I was gonna show that on stream, but you know what, we'll do it next time. But yeah, so everyone else, thanks so much for being here. If you have nothing better to do, please check out our good friend Mr. Rologist. He does watch repairs and things like that. Super cool. I personally think that it's cooler than keyboards. I'm not even shitting you. It's cooler than just soldering. He does some real tinkering. So check him out. So everyone else, Hammer Brother, Rise, Heatwave, Sermont, maybe C3, Sermont, Bug Whisper, Alex, Tally, VPR. Who else is here that I missed? Beatlocks. Thank you. Have a good night, good week. I will see you all Friday. Most probably Friday.